may do a little walkabout after that and perhaps heading over to the soon-to-be former DinoLand USA to see how things are going. Mark, good morning to you. Hi, John from Northwest Arkansas. Good to see you. Happy Saturday. Heather from Fall Lake, Virginia. Weather is starting to change. Verb Love 2 from YouTube. Good morning to you. Bill, good morning in Pennsylvania. Robin from Wisconsin, hello to you. So the weather's changing here in Central Florida as well. Instead of having highs in the mid to upper 90s, now we have highs in the upper 80s. That's what we call fall in these parts. But it's actually a very nice change. Another sound issue. Okay, seems like I have to unplug and plug in every time I do this. Thank you for telling me. Hold on here. Maybe folks can let me know if that helped. Stabby, or hello to you from Fort Wilderness Lodge. Wonderful. Hope you're having a great trip. John, hello to you. Bruce said better. Okay, good. Thank you. Hopefully that has improved. Okay, everyone's saying sound is now good. Thank you so much. Susan, good morning to you. So it seems like the application that I'm using to broadcast simultaneously on both YouTube and Facebook has some sort of an issue where if I just plug in my microphone and then start the app, it doesn't work. Seems like I have to start the broadcast and then I can unplug and replug, which is weird, but okay. Gerald, hello to you in Wisconsin. Terry, hello to you in Southern Illinois. Sunny day ahead, that's great. Hope you have a wonderful day. Terry from Massachusetts. Hello, Susan. Nice to see you as always in South Florida. Hope you are doing well. Darla Lee has 70 days to go. Dolores from gloomy Niagara Falls. Pam from the UK. Hi, everyone. Great to see you. Thank you for spending some of your day with me. So last Saturday I did not do a live broadcast because I had an opportunity to attend Destination D23, which is a fan event where Disney brings in a lot of executives and creative folks. Well, not so many executives, but mostly creative folks actually, and entertainers, and shares news and information about everything that's going on in the world of Disney, from theme parks to movies to Disney Archives, Disney on Broadway. It was a lot of fun. Bill Erickson, hello to you in Chicago. Barbara from YouTube, hello to you. So I was very thankful to have an opportunity to go to Destination D23. Hope you were able to check out some of the coverage. Did quite a few articles as well as short videos. The biggest park news for the East Coast and Disney World fans was two things. So the first one is that Disney has formally announced that they are restoring Cinderella Castle and the Magic Kingdom to its original color scheme, maybe tweaked a little bit, but I'm very happy to hear that. I think it's going to look great. I was a relative fan of the new color scheme, but I'm more of a fan of the original color scheme. So glad to see that's happening. And the other big news is that Disney is going to be refreshing the Carousel of Progress at the Magic Kingdom, including adding an animatronic of Walt Disney himself in the introductory scene. The introductory scene is the one where you load or unload. Currently, it's just kind of got a cog in the middle with some lights that shine on it. So that's going to be a big upgrade. It'll be interesting to see what they decide to do with the rest of the story, especially in the last scene where it's sort of current and soon to be future. We'll see if there are talk about car phones and laser discs. Tim Peterson, thank you for the shameless plug for the Pin of the Month Club. Appreciate that. Janet said a fan of the original color scheme on the castle as well. Barbara from New Jersey, hello to you. Happy Saturday. So we're making our way back to Kilimanjaro Safaris. Lightning Lane is 10:10. I think they have a 5-minute grace period, so should be able to make it in right away, or at least enter the attraction queue right away. Robert said Saturday can now begin. There should be a t-shirt like that. Oh wait, there is. You can check it over at worldofwaltonstore.com. Michael from Colorado, hello to you. Michael from Colorado, happy Saturday morning to you. Sandy says the safari is a great ride. It is, I really enjoy it. It's something different every time. You never know what animals you might encounter, what experiences you might run into. Have a giraffe traffic jam or a lion roar. All good things. John, thanks for putting that link to the World of Alt store in the chat. Appreciate that. Susan says be on the lookout for some baby animals. We will see what we can do there. Linda from Pennsylvania, hello, nice to see you. So standby says 45 minutes. At least the line is not stretching out here outside of the entrance, which has been the case quite a few times in recent visits. Topher says it's a giraffe jam. I think so. Topher, good to see you. Thank you. And we're in. Iona says, let's dance with the natives. I did see one of the, I think the Tamu Tamu drummers in full regalia heading towards the stage. Robert has 27 days to go. That is great. I hope you have a wonderful trip. Michelle pointed out Stroller City. Connie from Ohio, nice to see you. All right, nice to have a little bit of shade here. Carol Ann said a giraffe jam. Marcy, 475 days, seems like forever. Close to forever, but good for you that you got a countdown and a plan.
And welcome to Kilimanjaro Safaris.
Welcome to Kilimanjaro Safaris.
Keep your wait time to a minimum. We ask that you please keep your group together. Keep up with the party in front of you and fill in all the available space. It is not necessary to form a single file line. If you are traveling with a stroller, please have children and baggage unloaded before you reach our stroller parking area. If you are traveling with someone in a scooter or wheelchair, please have this person lead your party to the line. This will help keep your wait time to a minute. Once again, please keep your group together. Keep up with the party in front of you.
I said put in a club or a plug for the put in a shameless plug for the Pin of the Month Club. Iona, thank you for prompting it. If you'd like to get a little bit of Disney fun delivered to your home every single month, check out pinofthemonthclub.com. Maddie says, hasn't been to Animal Kingdom yet, but probably going to go. Be riding this nonstop. It's a great one for rewritability. If you're an animal fan, it's a must-do. Hello, Elmer. Good to see you.
Pause for just a second here.
Either side. Both sides are open. Head down either one.
Angie, 10 days to go. Pensacola. Hope you have a great visit down the road. A little bit of a haul, Paul said kids did this 5 times while they were there. That's great. They got their fill of safaris and animals. Linda, hello to you. Julie on YouTube, good morning. Tim is buying flame tree for lunch. Tim, I'm going to take you up on it. I could go for some barbecue ribs. Jeff asked if I've ever done the Wild Africa trek. I have not, but that sounds like a lot of fun. Robert says non-park days spent on the Skyliner and other forms of transportation. Definitely fun. Burblove from YouTube says, should have brought stroller stock 5 years ago. They do seem to be everywhere. Jackie, 21 days. Terry, thank you for sharing the live broadcast. Appreciate that. Ollie, 25 days. Kristen, 62 days. Christmas party, can't wait. That'll be fun. It's hard to believe that Christmas is on our doorstep. Janet asked about a shameless plug. Janet, you got it. You win the award of my undying appreciation. You or anyone you know would like to get a little bit of Disney fun delivered to your home every single month. Check out pinofthemonthclub.com. Iona's voting for Yak and Yeti. Good choice. Ed, 6 days to go. Alberto, good morning to you on YouTube. Nice to see you. So once I get on, I'll be quiet so that you and everyone else can hear the driver and see all of the sights. It won't be long now. Velvet says she's doing the Christmas party. Good for you. It's a lot of fun. Any event where there's free cookies is a good event in my book. What? All right, we're going to have a window seat. Sandy, hello to you. John says, nothing can stop us now. Short of a front flat tire or a giraffe in the road.
Daddy, they are actual trucks. They're not on anything.
Jumbo,
Man,
everyone,
I'm thirsty.
and welcome to Kilimanjaro Safaris. In order to keep your wait time to a minimum, we ask that you please keep your group together. Keep up with the party in front of you and fill in all the available
Squeaky,
space.
squeaky.
It is not necessary to form a single file line. If you are traveling with children, please have children and animals unloaded before you reach our stroller parking area. If you are traveling with someone in a scooter or wheelchair,
Almost
please
in.
have this person lead your party through the line. This will help keep your wait time to a minimum. Once again,
Ready for some lions, tigers, and bears. Oh my.
Doors are inside. We'll be closing.
Tara, good morning to you. 3 weeks to go.
Nice, as we just got the all clear and
Linda
slowly
coming
start
on the
making our
15th.
way
Not so long.
on to the reserve.
All right, I'll be quiet.
My name is
Enjoy the
Chris.
safari.
I'll be your safari driver today. Above your head will be the spotting guide. Those sweet animals will put a find out there. One last safety reminder, just please remain seated all times. Keep those hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the vehicle. It's going to be a very bumpy ride out there. Right now would be a good time to get those phones or cameras out. Anything you want to take pictures with. We'll just be waiting right over here until we get the all clear to enter the reserve. The first area though up ahead, it's going to be known as the Turi Forest. We're just going to find some pretty elusive animals. Most of them have a form of camouflage that kind of helps them blend with their surroundings up ahead. So we'll see how many of them we can actually try and spot moving around this morning out here. And it looks like we just got the all clear to enter the reserve. over there on your far right-hand side, will be an animal known as the okapis. Okapis are going to be a close relative of giraffe, mainly because the males actually have a horn-like structure known as ossicones on top of their forehead, as well as a prehensile tongue just like the giraffe. The striping pattern on their legs is a form of camouflage to blend with the light that enters their thick and dense forests they usually live in. They were thought to be a myth for the longest time, mainly because we only recently discovered them within the last about 100 years or so. And we'll go see if we can try and find some of the other animals just a little bit later on, probably out here in the Cherry Forest. Like the okapi, some of the other animals have a small striping pattern towards them as a way of blending in with the light that enters the forest out here. Other ones like the rhino up ahead on our left-hand side will use mud as a way of cooling down on a hot day, as well as an actual sunscreen. It also kind of helps them blend in with the rocks over here. Now for the black rhinos though, they range in weight anywhere between about 2,000 to 3,000 pounds. Move at high speeds, close to around 30 miles per hour or so. And unfortunately, they are being poached for their horns made out of keratin, same material made out of your fingernails for that. Black rhinos will have a prehensile lip that's almost triangle in shape. It's used to try and grab the shrubbery and small trees out here in the forest. There are even some other animals like the bongos. They're hiding all the way up on that hillside. You'll just barely see some of their horns. There's going to be the orange kind of animals with horns all the way over there. And then also the greater kudu, just hanging out on the hillside with some of the bongos over there. The greater kudu look like really large deer over there on your right-hand side. Those will be some of the females. They don't have any horns. The male horns will be close to around 4 to 6 feet long. They can also jump pretty high, close to around 5 feet almost up into the air. For the bongos, though, they actually get the nickname the ghost of the forest because of how elusive they are. They have a small twist in their horns that actually almost helps them go silently throughout the forest in comparison to the other animals that just kind of hit the shrubbery out here. There's also going to be some birds just relaxing over there on your left-hand side. There's going to be some of the saddle-bill storks. They get their name to the saddle on their bill. They range in height anywhere between about 5 to 6 feet tall, about the same height you're sitting at. The wingspan is close to around 7 to 8 feet, and one of the few birds that won't make any vocalizations to make a chattering noise with their bill as their main way of communicating. We're just be exiting the Cherry Forest and making our way over towards the Safi River area. Hopefully we'll find some aquatic animals over here. There are going to be some birds coming up over here on our right-hand side. These will be some of the pink-backed pelicans. They get their name because they usually have a pink back during mating season. Both the males and females commonly take care of the nest together. And they're usually nice and quiet, it's a good place to build up. The wingspan is around 8 to 9 feet. Also see, looks like some hippos just a little bit further up ahead out here. Hippos do spend most of the day in the water. They can hold their breath for long periods of time. A group of hippos can be referred to as a float of hippos. They can move at high speeds, close to around 20 to 30 miles per hour, in and out of the water. I wouldn't say the most graceful swimmers, though. They usually just like to bounce around at the bottom of the water as their main form of motion. And so they just bounce around at the bottom of the water. You're usually just walking the water, not really swimming. They can swim, they just prefer to usually walk. They range in weight anywhere between about 3,000 to 4,000 pounds for the females, and males will approach the 5,000 pound range. Looks like most of them were making their way over towards these waterfalls. Over here on our left-hand side, you'll see a whole bunch of those hippos.
They're under the water.
And then after the hippos over here, there are going to be some Nile crocodiles in the next pool of water on our left-hand side. The Nile crocodiles will have an extremely strong bite force that can break through bone. Range in size on average close to around 16 feet long and weigh around 500 pounds or so for the crocodiles over here. The animals the size of zebras and wildebeest. And we'll just be making our way over towards the savannah. Hopefully we'll find some zebras, wildebeest, and a lot more iconic African animals just a little bit further up ahead. Before we make our way though onto the savannah, there's going to be a a tree coming up over here on the right-hand side. Might even recognize, known as the Mayobot tree. It's also referred to as the upside down tree or the tree of life. And it gets those names mainly because they go 9 months out of the year without having any leaves. Can also store thousands of gallons of water just inside that trunk of theirs. And we'll just be making our way down this hill and onto the savannah, trying to get a better view of some of the animals walking around out here. Out here though on the savannah, almost every single animal play an important role to the ecosystem. The elephants will be known as the bulldozers, commonly knocking down decaying trees, while the giraffes, they usually eat from the healthy ones. And the antelope, zebra, gazelle, and wildebeest will eat from the grasses and shrubbery. There are going to be some giraffes eventually coming up on our right-hand side. There's a group of giraffes. They're going to be referred to as a tower of giraffes, just because of how tall they are. They range in height anywhere between about 16 to 20 feet tall. They have those horn-like structures known as ossicones on top of their forehead, as well as a prehensile tongue, just like the okapi that we saw earlier. They use their tongue for a similar purpose, trying to grab leaves on tall trees. Their tongues, though, will be close to around 18 inches long, just to help them grab those leaves. All the giraffes you'll be able to see up here, they're all going to be Maasai giraffes. They have a little bit of an irregular patterning to them, compared to the reticulated giraffe that has more of a geometric shape pattern. And their patterns are so unique, it's almost like the equivalent of our fingerprints that identify one of the pride by them. Baby giraffes, when they're first born, they'll be about 6 to 7 feet tall. They also fall about that similar height, but they're usually up and moving around within the first hour of life. They can move at high speeds, close to around 30 miles an hour. Some other animals, though, over here on our left, will be the painted dogs. The painted dogs will hunt in packs, anywhere between about 15 of them. Best hunting rates out here on the reserve. They're actually more likely to get something in comparison to a lion when hunting. Whenever they do go out hunting, though, the little ones will eat first out of all of them. And their groups, they're primarily just really one large family. The head of the group will be like a mom and a dad. The rest of the group might be aunts, uncles, grandparents, and children. You're going to see some sable antelope, giraffe, and the zebras out here on your far left-hand side. The sable antelopes, they can defend themselves from lions by charging at a lion. Or if a lion jumps on their back, they charge here to defend themselves with those curved horns. Males will be black or sable coloration. Females, they tend to be dark brown coloration. There's going to be some females out there. There's also going to be some of the Heartbeat mountain zebras. They're going to have a DinoLand on their neck, an extra skin flap that helps them thermopregulate. These zebras, they're going to be black with white stripes. Maybe I can tell that is their toes are black. Striping on their legs is also black. Don't make any whinnies or neighs, make a snorting or grunting noise. Their main way of communicating between one another. There's a group of zebras, though, they're going to be referred to as a dazzle of zebras, just because they can fuse their fronters, while different striping patterns in a large group of them. It's hard to find an individual zebra when they're usually all clumped up kind of together. We're going to make our way around some of these other giraffes out here, and trying to get a better view of some of the wildebeest and the springbok, and maybe a couple other animals just a little bit further up ahead out here. The wildebeest, though, they're going to be on the hillside, kind of on our far right-hand side, all the way out there. The wildebeest, though, they'll actually make a migration known as the Great Migration. They'll migrate about 500 to 1,000 miles. About 1.5 million wildebeest and other animals out here will make that similar migration. In Dutch Afrikaans, their names mean wild beast. One of the first names they actually had was new. For the grunting noise they would make, they were called noo-noos for that. The smaller antelope species, also on that hillside all the way out there, those are going to be some of the springbok. The springbok, they can move at high speeds, close to around 50 miles an hour. Jump about 6 to 8 feet straight up into the air and around 13 feet across. And because they're great athleticism, some sports teams will actually have the springbok as their mascot. They also have an interesting ridge on their back. They're raised up, alerting the rest of the herd if there's danger nearby for them. And let's see if we can find any other different species of animals out here, at least on this side of the savannah. Otherwise, we might have to make our way towards the next area. There are going to be a lot of they do get the nickname the bulldozers out here, known for knocking down decaying trees. So we'll go see if we can try and maybe spot some elephants over here. I already see one of them hiding out in the shade coming up on our right-hand side. The African elephants, though, they are unfortunately being poached for their tusks made out of ivory. One thing that people are doing, trying to help them out, though, is flooding the market with fake ivory. We're not calling it going on. If not, whatever you carve into it looks almost identical to ivory. You're actually able to embed the DNA of the African elephant as well into it. It's doing a lot of damage to the trade, but helping out a lot of elephants out in the process. These elephants, they do eat a lot of food every single day, around 300 pounds. There's one other animal. The mandrill just ran out over there on your left-hand side. They're one of the animals that actually inspired Rafiki in the movie The Lion King. They just elongated his tail to make him look a little more interesting. They have large canine teeth, about 3 to 4 inches long, as well as they have pouches inside. Their mouths stay for food for later. Out on the male mandrills, they weigh close to around 90 to 100 pounds. The females are a lot smaller. They only weigh about 20 to 30 pounds. We're going to go see, though, if we can try and find any of the other elephants just a little bit further up ahead out here. Flapping their large ears. Their ears are very thin with a lot of paint, so every single time they flap them, it goes down the ears, the blood recirculates to the rest of the body, cooling the body down by about 15 degrees or so. And one thing that scientists have discovered by studying these elephants, they found out they're extremely afraid of bees. A lot of farmers in Africa found they create a beehive fence line, where there's beehives on or near the fences. Anytime the elephant gets near them, they get scared away thanks to the bees. The farmers to keep their land nice and safe with the honey from the bees as well. We also be able to see some of the other baobab trees out here. The elephants will sometimes try and puncture them, try and get their water source. The elephants out here, though, they'll come just using like a scratching post when they'll leave their animals off every turn. See some other elephants just over here on our left-hand side. The elephants out here, there are going to be some of the greater flamingos. They're just coming up shortly on our left-hand side, it looks like. The greater flamingos, they're going to be the largest and palest flamingo species. A group of flamingos, they're going to be referred to as a flamboyance of flamingos. They'll probably be filter feeders. All they'll try and eat is brine shrimp, which is beta-carotene here, that pink coloration. See any greater stealth flamingos, those younger ones have to go through a stealth stage of the molting before they get their adult feathers in. Ones who do the same pink coloration as their parents and stay the same. And if you see any flamingos that have 1 foot up in the air, scientists are still trying to discover what they're trying to do. One of the main theories is a form of conserving energy by having 1 foot up in the air. And after the flamingos and the elephants out here, we'll go see if we can try and find some other animals, the next part of the savannah. There's going to be a mud wallow just coming up over here on our left-hand side. Rhinos and other animals usually play in it, use it as a way of cooling down a hot day, as well as a natural sunscreen. But I don't see any animals moving around out here at the moment. We'll go see if we can try and find a couple animals just a little bit further up ahead. I thought I saw some of the cheetahs actually moving around. It looks like they're going to be just laying down the hillside. Coming up shortly on our left-hand side will be a couple cheetahs. The cheetahs will be one of the fastest land animals in the world, running at high speeds, close to around 60 miles an hour. Unlike other cats, their claws will retract. It actually helps them dig into the ground and move at their high speeds. Apparently daytime hunters, kind of odd because most cats are usually nighttime hunters.
Got his head
They
up.
do have structures in their faces, kind of like face paint.
Follow the rock,
Natural
the end of the rock,
sunglasses
the
block
first
out
rock.
sun glare and
Just
some
go
damage
back
on
from
their
the
eyes.
first rock.
Also, a few larger cats will purr and chirp as their main way of communicating. Most of their larger cats will purr or chump as their main way of communicating. Chirping is almost like the in-between of a roar and a purr. For larger cats, they just can't quite purr. You'll be able to see a couple other ones trying to hide between some of the trees all the way back there, like down on your left-hand side. After the cheetahs out here, we're gonna go see if we can try and find some other larger cats, maybe a little bit around the corner. There are gonna be some rocks though coming up on our left-hand side. They're gonna be known as Kobe rocks. They're the same style of rock that inspired Dried Rock in the movie The Lion King. Lions and other animals usually like to sleep on them since they get nice and warm. They also use it as an outcrop to survey their area and see what's kind of going on. Notice on one of their ears, a little bit further ahead here. Let's see the female lion, it looks like over here on our left-hand side. The group of lions can be referred to as a pride of lions. Female lions live most of the hunting. They do that at nighttime. Male lion, though, they usually hang back and take care of your territory as well as any little ones. They do tend to roar, though, early on in the morning, claiming their territory with all the other animals out here. The roar can be heard for around 5 miles away or so. They do sleep, though, for about 16 to 20 hours a day. See the male lion just sleeping over there on your left-hand side. He's pretty young, though. His mane is still coming in at the moment. I see the one male and the 2 females. And after the lions out here, we're going to go see if we can try and get a better view of some of the rhinos. I saw a couple of them hiding in between some of the shrubbery just a little bit further up the fence. There are going to be some burrows, though, over here on our left-hand side. The warthogs will sometimes dig out these burrows over here. They're commonly grown in reverse to make it a lot easier to get in and out of them, as well as defend them away from predators. Seems like the rhinos are just in a really bad spot for us to get a view of at the moment. But there are going to be some ostriches. They're going to be coming up on our right-hand side. The ostriches are going to be one of the fastest two-legged animals in the world. Running at high speeds, close to around 40 miles per hour. They can't fly though, they use their wings kind of like rudders, but yeah, they turn at high speeds for them. And it looks like one of them will also be on our left-hand side over here. Their eggs though are going to be the equivalent of about 2 dozen chicken eggs. Somebody can stand on top of an ostrich egg without breaking them. That's mainly because ostriches weigh close to around 200 pounds. They're going to be nesters, so lay on top of those eggs themselves over there on your right. We'll just be making our way over towards the warden's outpost, though. Go see what the warden has in the next area. Just over here. It looks like the warden will have some goats. These will be Nigerian dwarf goats. Be the second smallest goat species in the world. They're all full grown adults. Big as they will get. A lot of farmers commonly have mixer, small size. Pretty to take care of, and they produce men and milk as well. And we're just going to be slowly exiting the reserve. I'll leave you all with one final thing. Almost every single animal we saw here today is unfortunately in danger, either because of habitat loss or destruction, or because of poaching. What we can do to help out these animals, just for information, I was talking about them today. What we can always do is join conservation funds out there to help these animals out individually. Actually, on note here today at Animal Kingdom, how about some endangered animals? Many of you had some of the specialty drinks or Starbucks here at Animal Kingdom. So the proceeds goes to help support the endangered monkeys that are right across the way from that Starbucks. Also, if any of you are planning getting an alcoholic beverage later today that has vodka in it, This way there's some leopard vodka, which goes double sports for leopards. Also, sometimes in the village there's actually a wine known as the painted wolf wine. Goes up support the African painted wild dogs. Folks know about your local animals, your local ecosystems out, and I recommend just planting small plants, creating a garden, even creating bird houses or bat boxes will do a lot to help out the local animals and local ecosystems. For my wilderness explorers out there, riding on the simple one. Now, if you want to go see some other animals out there today, I recommend going over towards Gorilla Falls. You'll find gorillas, meerkats, different species, zebras, and a whole bunch of other African animals over there. Really like the Nigerian dwarf goats. There's a whole petting zoo bundled up over at Fiki's Plant Watch. Took a train over there to go see them, see small mammals, reptiles, amphibians. Took a Disney drawing class and possibly see a veterinary procedure over there. If you want to go see some tigers, though, there's going to be the Maharaja Jungle Trek over in Asia. Go see some tigers, photo dragons, bats, and a lot of their Asiatic animals meet over there. Now, it looks like we just got the all clear, make our way to the dock up ahead. Just please remain seated, please stop. We hope you all have a great rest of your day here at Animal Kingdom. Please let your hands, arms, feet, and legs. Doors are inside opening. Watch your step on your way out. Y'all have a great lunch.
And we made it back from our African safari. I see quite a few animals, some of them are a little hidden, but had some good views of the giraffes and ostriches for sure. We were able to see the elephants a little bit in the distance, as well as the male and female lions, so it was a lot of fun. Carla said, great tour. John said, a great safari. Tammy says, thanks for the ride. You're welcome. Thanks for joining me. We're going to continue our tour of Disney's Animal Kingdom. We're going to head back towards the almost former DinoLand USA. Kind of see what's going on with the maze of construction walls that are cropping up as Disney gets ready to transform, or looks to transform, that area to tropical Americas. Yvonne said, thanks for the safari. You're welcome. Rudy said, very relaxing. Mark said, a great tour. Thanks for coming along. Safari is a fun thing to do on a Saturday. Pat says, favorite ride and favorite park. Glad you had a chance to check it out today. Mary Martin says, great ride. Susan said, thank you. You're very welcome. We're going to come out of the safari, make our way towards the main thoroughfare and hang a left, heading through Asia. I might take a moment to admire Expedition Everest before we make our way back to DinoLand, future tropical Americas. Gwen says, excited on the refresh for the Carousel of Progress. Anyone else? I would raise my hand in that group. Can't wait to see what that looks like. When Disney shared the concept art of Walt in the introductory scene, it was kind of a different look than Walt in the new attraction out in Anaheim. That was a little more of a formal look for him, wearing a suit. This is going to be more of an informal look, wearing a sweater. Also looks like it's going to show Walt as he is planning for Epcot the City. Helen says, what is tropical Americas? Helen, good question. So Disney's Animal Kingdom is working to transform the former DinoLand USA. So the current dinosaur ride is going to be rethemed to be an Indiana Jones attraction. There's going to be a brand new Encanto attraction. And also a carousel with carved animals in it. So that whole area is being shut down in phases for its transformation. Probably still a couple of years away from an opening. There's a lot of work to do there. We're still in the mode of closing and demolishing. But some of the concept art that Disney has released for the new Tropical Americas looks really good. Brian said, Walt's legs are too short. He was 5'10". I did not know he was 5'10". That's how tall I am. Well, that's my height. I wouldn't necessarily call that how tall. Heidi says, at the Poly celebrating 30th anniversary. Just got World of Walt hat from Topher. Heidi, happy anniversary to you. 30 years is an amazing accomplishment. Congratulations. Thanks for spending a little bit of your holiday with me on the live broadcast. And I hope that you are enjoying the Poly. Great hotel with a great theme. Heather asks when Encanto is going to be ready. I don't know if we've even gotten a year or a season on that one yet. If there's anyone here on the broadcast who happens to know, please chime in. But they are very early on that project. It's going to take a while. Also, it will be interesting to see if it all opens in one fell swoop or if it's going to be opened in phases. So I could see where the dinosaur rethemed Indiana Jones, and it won't take quite as long because all of the infrastructure, the ride system is there. It's more of a theming update. Whereas the Encanto attraction is brand new from the ground up. So that's going to take a little bit longer. Kate says, thanks for a great morning at Animal Kingdom. You're very welcome. Melissa says, how about a pin plug? Melissa, you win the award of my undying appreciation for prompting what is a never-ending series of shameless plugs for the Pin of the Month Club. If you, or anyone you know, would like a little bit of Disney fun delivered to your home every single month, check out pinofthemonthclub.com. Very excited that we have made the switch after, I think I can safely say, years of preparation to exclusive pins. Only get them through the Pin of the Month Club. They are officially licensed, authentic Disney pins. They are limited edition. I've gotten a lot of great feedback about the new pins. First set is going out, and I am working with Disney artists on many future designs, which I cannot wait to share with you. So to all of you who are members of the Pin of the Month Club, and I know a lot of folks who are on this broadcast are, thank you. I really appreciate your support. Robert is voting for some barbecue. Never a bad idea. Earlier when we were talking about food, some folks were talking about the Yak and Yeti, which is up here on our left. I've had meals there a couple times. Really enjoyed it. Great theming, just like everything here at Animal Kingdom. Food also very good. Tanya says, looks like a beautiful day. Loves the sound of the different birds. Iona's excited about the new designs. Thank you, Iona. Appreciate that. Yak and Yeti off to our left. With an often or easily overlooked quick service, it's got some great food here as well.
These two people are just chit-chatting. The same as standing there, and it's like they're talking about the gas.
Almost got a lightning lane today for Kali River Rapids. Lightning lane was not so hard to get, although the period from 10 to 11 seems to be pretty popular. Folks who might want to start their day not at the crack of dawn or do a rope drop, but still come early and start to utilize their lightning lane passes. So I was glad I was able to have the lightning lane for the Kilimanjaro Safaris.
We're supposed to go back this way.
Tried to get one for Navi River Journey, but could not get one in the time frame of the broadcast, unfortunately. Also, Navi River Journey tends to eat up the internet. Phil says, Yak and Yeti, conditioned air. It's the best kind in Florida, especially when it's still a little toasty out, which we're getting better. 84 degrees, the high is only going to be 88 today. We may have our 90-degree days mostly past us at this point, which is kind of nice. Rudy says, see a Yeti. Haven't seen a Yeti yet. Well, maybe later. Denise says she sees Everest, the Forbidden Mountain. See it as well. It was interesting at the Destination D23 event last weekend. They were talking about some of the research trips happening for the development of the new Villains Land at the Magic Kingdom, trying to come up with an architectural style for that land, which is an interesting job. They're talking about sort of an Art Nouveau, sort of nature taking back over, kind of a melting sort of feel to it. So I thought all that was interesting. But as part of that, the Disney Archives put together an exhibit talking about how Disney Imagineers doing research through trips to real places all around the world will often impact the designs, and Disney's Animal Kingdom is often a poster child for that. How Joe Rohde and his pack of Imagineers went all over Africa. They had some great photos of actual places in Africa, and then you can see the direct impact of those architectural designs and choices on how things were eventually built here at Disney's Animal Kingdom. I did post some photos on YouTube, so if you have, on Facebook, so if you have a chance to check them out. Tanya says it's cold where she is. Happy to send you some Florida sunshine. Cold it is not here. It's not burning hot, but it's definitely warm. My phone is warm for sure. So it's decided it's going to dim the screen to a point where it's sort of hard to read. But so it goes. Technology in Florida. Richard from Connecticut, hello to you. Denise said it would be an amazing job to have, I think referring to Disney Imagineering, that it would. I've known a few Imagineers over the years. It's interesting what a diverse set of skills that Disney needs. And you often think of people who are creatives, creating rides and ideas, but I knew someone who is a copywriter, meaning not creating copyrights in a legal sense, but who would come up with words and phrases and ideas, and that was his role in Imagineering. Writing, basically a writer. I've heard there are landscaping Imagineers, there are accounting Imagineers, all sorts of different roles needed to come together to create these amazing experiences and attractions and places, which Disney does better than anyone else. Ronnie says, love walking around. Thanks for joining me. George from St. Augustine, hello to you. Continue our Grand Circle tour of Disney's Animal Kingdom. Jennifer, hello to you. Jody says, loves the Nemo show, It's really good. When it reopened a few years ago, I think the show was shortened a bit, which is probably good for the younger folks in the audience, but also the theater technology was upgraded. So the screen in the back, basically a humongous television, is very bright and vibrant. Disney's been doing a lot recently to upgrade their theater technology, and the Villains show over at Disney's Hollywood Studios is a great example, as is the Little Mermaid show. So I'm glad to see Disney continues to invest in live entertainment and the infrastructure needed to bring all these amazing presentations to us. All right, welcome to the new set of construction walls. Got your party pants on? What to think about that? I guess, yes. So Gertie the dinosaur is gone. And these construction walls are now in place as Disney works to transform to tropical Americas. And we can see the concept art here for the Encanto attraction. It's going to be very colorful. I bet it's going to be a ton of fun. Dinosaur restrooms and Restaurantosaurus are still open for a little while. But it won't be much longer that they've got to be around. So this area over to the left is where the Triceratops spin was, the Primeval Whirl coaster, which was taken down several years ago. Carnival games, all now gone to Yesterland. So that Disney has the new canvas of land for tropical Americas. You can see the sign for that right there. This is quite a long stretch of walls. You can see Donald's Dino Bash, the former meet and greet area, still open. So is Chester, not open, but still exists. Chester and Hester's behind that. And we come out to Restaurantosaurus, as well as the dinosaur attraction. The Donald meet and greet has relocated a little bit. So Disney recently announced the closing date, if I remember correctly, for the dinosaur attraction. So this will not be with us too much longer. I think it's after the first of the year. If anyone happens to remember the specific closing date, you can share that in the chat. But it's coming up. So if you're a dinosaur fan, you might want to come and pay your last respects. Although the good news is that the attraction itself, while the theming and the name are going to change, the ride experience is probably going to remain pretty similar. Denise says she thinks Dinosaur is closing in December. Okay, thank you for that. Susan's thinking February 2nd. All right, very good. February 2nd makes sense, so that it can remain open through the Christmas time season. Greg says February 5th or 6th, so it seems like an early February time frame. It's like I'm getting most bets for February 2nd. Someone asked, when is Tropical America's opening? We do not have an opening time frame to the best of my knowledge. Right now, Disney is just in the process of pretty much closing things off and demolishing. Still probably a couple years away from reopening some of these items some of these areas after they are reimagined. So Dinosaur Institute and Felicia Rashad, we will miss you, but I am very much looking forward to the new Indiana Jones theme for this attraction. All right, everyone, I think that's going to wrap it up for today. Thank you so much for joining me on this tour around Disney's Animal Kingdom. Had a chance to go on Kilimanjaro Safaris and also take a little stroll around Asia to see Expedition Everest, as well as walk through the construction walls of the future tropical Americas, and a chance to come here and say, maybe not the last hello, but a hello to Dinosaur, the attraction. Robert and Donna, Rudy said thank you, appreciate your being here. Hope that you all have a great weekend. Appreciate your time. Thank you, as always, for the likes, the comments, and the shares. And I hope that you all have a great upcoming week. Until next time, God bless.